All right. 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 What is good? What is good? What is good? Ladies and gentlemen, of course, you know who it is. Yours truly, Dr. Mike, back again, once again, with another classic, interesting, fun video for you guys today. And of course, so happy to be here with the live stream. And I felt like I've been out of whack for a couple of days now, so now it's about time for me to get back at it like a crack addict. And we're definitely gonna have some fun with this one today. So we're gonna go ahead and run through the official time check. It is officially about 8 o'clock in the p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That makes it 7 o'clock Central in the p.m. time as well. Repping everybody that's repping the West Coast. It's about 5 p.m. and of course Philippine time, 9 a.m. All right, and I'm so glad to have you guys as part of the team and part of the audience. So without further ado, without me mincing words, we're gonna go ahead and rip this one off like a band-aid, like we normally should be doing. And today's topic is freelancing or bar finding. Which is better? I repeat, freelancing or bar finding. Now, as a man who was exposed to this lifestyle at a very young age, I'm channeling my inner 18-year-old self with this particular live stream, much like I did in my video, which I hope you guys sincerely enjoyed. The reason we call it the yellow light district is because you know what you do on the yellow light, right? Kind of move a little slow. So it was kind of a slow night. All right. So we're just having fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video earlier where I was having a little meet and chill time with my lady and her friend, my girlfriend's girlfriend. And it's been a pretty decent weekend. So yeah, but without further ado, like I'm saying, I'm sorry, freelancing or bar finding, which is better? All right, just gonna give you a list of what I have here. You know how I do with particular topics like this. I like to make sure that I jot down my notes so that I make sure that I deliver it in the best humanly way possible. Okay. So I see all of you guys in the building. I will get to you guys in a minute. Just let me get my words out, and I'll definitely make sure that I read the chat as soon as I am finished. So, why bar girls are safer or better than freelancers? Or do you believe that bar girls are safer and better than freelancers? Okay. One of the positive reasons why I think that bar finding is probably better than freelancing is you know where the girl works. Okay. You know where she works at. You know what club she's in. So, it would almost be close to impossible for her to actually rob you, in my personal opinion. As long as you know where she works at and she's consistently in this club, it'll almost be close to impossible for her to rob you or to try to take something from you. Quite the opposite from a freelancer, which can move from different corners, and maybe she could set you up. Maybe her pimp or somebody will come and beat your ass. You just never know. So that's one of the things that you have to look out for if this is the lifestyle that you choose to live, because fuck it, I'm gonna be honest, most of you guys only give a fuck about this anyways. That's the reason why we make these videos, because this is all most people ever care about. But basically when it comes to dealing with the freelance types, they can move from corner to corner. They don't necessarily have to be in one particular place. You feel me? So like I said before, they can set you up, maybe a boyfriend or a pimp or whatever. Oh, let's go to this hotel room, leave the door unlocked, bam, fucking get you. You don't want that to happen. All right. Also, one of the reasons why I would give another plus to the bar finding over the freelancing is, once you bar find, it's pretty much set in stone. And it's almost pretty much a done deal. Once you hit the bar fine, once you pay it all out and stuff, 9 times out of 10, it should be 10 times out of 10, it's going to happen. Whatever's supposed to happen is going to happen. Because at the end of the day, the lady doesn't want to come back to the club. She doesn't want to come back knowing that the job wasn't completed, like she didn't do her job or not. Because if the guy complains about her not doing her job, she could get in trouble. Unless, the mama sign or papa sign is probably in their feelings and they'll just take the girl's word over yours. But most of the time, this is still a customer-based business. And you know what they say, the customer is always right. And the ultimatum or the ultimate thing about this is to make sure that the customer is always happy. So with that being said, when the bar fines are paid, usually set in stone, the action is going to happen. Now, whether you like it or not, that's up to you, man. That's just, that's hit and miss. But at the end of the day, it's supposed to happen, and likely it's going to happen, okay? But with freelancing and stuff like that, they can always try to renege, or they can always try to not follow through on the deal. Nobody's going to tell them that they have to. Nobody's going to force them to do so, because at the end of the day, they work for themselves, or they work for, whoever's, helping them out on the street. So at the end of the day, it's hit and miss. It should happen, but you just never know if it is going to happen. All right. So that's what I will say. But again, these are just my quick observations when it comes to dealing with the ladies of this particular lifestyle, the ladies of promiscuity, the ladies of the night. All right. So with that being said, one of another positive things that I have seen with ladies that work in the bar setting is sometimes you do get to see the goods. Sometimes you get a chance to see the goods before you actually get to, unwrap the present. I'm very big on Christmas. Told you guys time and time again, I'm very big on unwrapping gifts. I don't like girls to show too much because I want to know what's underneath the package. That's kind of my thing. That's what excites me, right? But if you're the type of person that you want to see what you're gonna get before you get it in the bar scene, that's highly probable because in some of these bars that I've been into, when they're doing like their little stage dancing and stuff like that, some girls are not afraid to take off their tops. Some girls are not afraid to, take off parts of their clothing. You understand? So at the end of the day, you do have a high chance of seeing the goods before you actually get to take them home if you want to, if that's your thing. But, when it comes to freelancing, I doubt that you'll get a girl that will, do all that stuff on the streets. That just doesn't seem like something that they would probably do. All right. And another thing about bar girls, and I got like one or two more that I will say, and then I'll run to the chat. But one of the other things that I've noticed about bar girls, and one thing that should be a consistent thing amongst women in this particular industry, is that they are tested frequently. I have heard that these types of women are definitely tested frequently. So, when you're working this type of industry and stuff like that, you can't keep working the same job and, possibly uh, you know, spreading diseases and stuff like that. So from what I've heard and from what I do believe to be true, it's definitely true in Davao. Not sure about anywhere else. Maybe in AC, I think it's true as well. But some of these girls, most of these girls are definitely tested frequently because of that. All right. So hold on. Oh shit, my bad, guys. I had to take care of something. It's always something in the household. But like I said, I'm getting into the last one. I think what I was talking about before was that they should be frequently tested. That should be something that is prominent in this particular industry. And I know it is in Davao. They also do. They also do. That's funny. Do testing for the women of the night as well that work the freelancing scene. They do. It's a government type of outreach or something like that, and they kind of make sure they do that as well. But I do want to make sure that for all of the negative things that I have said about those that freelance, I do have to give them one positive, and the one positive is freelancing. You'll probably end up getting a cheaper deal if that's the lifestyle that you choose to go for. Likely, you'll be able to make a deal and negotiate because there's no middleman or middle person between you. She may have a pimp or whatever, but you don't deal with him. You deal with the lady 9 times out of 10. That was just a quick FYI. I was just talking some shit. There's no middle person like there would be in clubs and bars and stuff like that. So the prices will definitely be cheaper. They should be cheaper. But if you're paying more for a freelancer than you would pay in a bar, I do think you need some help and you need to reevaluate because that should, in my personal opinion, not be something that is highly accurate. Okay, I finished talking my shit. I'm sorry, guys. Just had some things to write down. But what I want to hear from you guys is I guess which ones you think are better, the freelancers or bar girls. Again, just having some fun tonight, man. This is something that I do not encourage on a regular basis. Matter of fact, I probably shouldn't encourage it at all. But at the end of the day, we are human and we are men. Most of us are, and y'all gonna do what the fuck you want to do. So if all you doing is running the AC, I'm pretty sure that this will probably be what you're interested in. So I'm not mad at you for it. So with that being said, at least be safe about it. That's all I can tell you. At least wrap it up. Sometimes double strap it. Maybe that'll help you. At least be safe and play safe when you're playing with these particular type of women. That is my monologue for the moment. I appreciate you guys listening to me pop off and talk shit. Now I need to go say hi to my people in the chat. I see my lady Liz in the building. What's going on, Liz? I appreciate you coming through. I appreciate you being number one. Guys, make sure you get the likes up. I see we got about 26 watching. That's a pretty decent number tonight. Didn't expect that many, but at the end of the day, the good doctor is happy that you come through and spend just a little bit of your time with him today. So whether you're on your way in or on your way out, by all means, please make sure you get the likes up. I would highly appreciate that. My man David in the building. What's going on, family? I didn't watch the Army and Navy game. You were telling me about it earlier when I had my video, but I don't know who won. As long as Army won, I'm straight. Liz, happy Sunday to you too as well. My man Eddie, he said, Dr. Mike, what's good with you, man? Hey, repping that AC, man. You probably could be able to provide a little bit of useful information here. I would appreciate that. Hey, my girl Melissa made it. It's about time. Every time I say all right, all right, all right, you are who I think about. You got me saying it again. I wasn't really paying attention to myself saying it, but you are the one who made me do it again, and I appreciate you being a part of the show, even though this one is not always the best type of topics to talk about. But, you know, we always got to do what we got to do to have some fun and at least educate the men in the chat about, you know, certain things that they need to take into consideration depending on the type of lifestyles that they choose to live. Shouldn't encourage it, but at the end of the day, men will be men. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys what you want. Serve it up on a platter, nice and hot, and you know, force feed it down your throat like the good doctor rightfully should. All right, David. You know I don't know where the white women at, man. You don't see them in the Philippines like that. My man PT's in the building. What's going on, family, man? Appreciate you coming through and checking in. Melissa repping at Houston, Texas. I hope that the weather is treating you well. Zon, I see you in the building. My man Andy, appreciate you coming through and making it. Rain Man, I see you in the building. Pedro, what's good with your family? My man Terry, I see you guys. I'm just shouting you guys out because you guys are hitting me up in the chat. So I want to make sure I say hello back. Liz, how you doing, baby? It is breakfast now. Kayana. All right. Let's see. Everybody saying hey to people. Everybody do what y'all do. My man John Bryan's in the building. What's going on, Mr. Studio? Hey, what's going on with you? I know I need to make sure I have my own weekly health checks, but you're saying that the girls have weekly health checks. I think that they should. If they don't, I swear it's a mandatory thing. That's my thing. I swear this is mandatory. Please correct me if I am wrong with that, with the health checks. But as far as I know, it's a mandatory check. You know, they got to stay healthy, you know, for the sake of the industry in which they are partaking in. They got to stay healthy. My man Dante Will in the building. What's going on, family, man? Appreciate you coming through and showing some love to the good doctor. Don't know why my computer keeps shutting down on me. This thing is not wanting to act right. There you go. It wasn't plugged in. But my man Dante, I see you in the building, family. Appreciate you coming through and showing some love. Mr. Study, hey, that is a very interesting thing. You said you had a bar girl that was living with you for 1 year. Tell me what that was like. What was it like living with a bar girl for 1 year? I would definitely be interested to hear that. That sounds like an interesting topic to talk about. If you want to leave a little bit of information in the chat, by all means, please do. Mr. Studio says, careful what you wish for, best of times, worst of times. I'm telling you, I mean, some guys, this is what they need, and this is what they fiend for. So you got to give people what they want, man. If they want this, at least be safe about it. That's the best way I could tell you to do it. Only way I could tell you to do it. Liz says we have food handlers do tests yearly. Oh, so she says that food handlers are required to get tested yearly. Okay, so in the food industry, they're required to be tested. So I can almost guarantee they should be tested frequently as well. And I think they have a card too. I think that these women have health cards that they are required to carry around with them, and to show that they've been tested and when the last time they were tested and stuff like that. This is something I do believe is true. I do believe this is true. Eddie says yes, at AC as well, tested in the bars. Yeah, I don't feel like you would allow people to, be in that particular industry if, they weren't healthy. My man Izon says want to leave and go somewhere for my birthday on January 5th, but I have to take my dog. I know my son will not take care of her. Oh yeah, man, you can't really that's the one thing that I've noticed about, and this is randomly off topic number 1. What I've noticed about people with animals is they're a lot like kids. When you leave, you have to find somebody to take care of it. Can't leave it on its own. Can't take care of itself. So that kind of sucks. Though one of the things about having animals and stuff like that, got to make sure that they are taken care of as well while you're being taken care of. For sure. Liz said it is part of the requirements to comply with disease-free medical certifications. Yali World, what's going on, man? My man Eddie says he prefers the bars. Like I said, I do see why people prefer bars. Like I said, it has a lot more. I believe there's a lot more positives to that particular side as opposed to the freelance side. As far as I'm concerned, if you go to the bars, like I said, you know where she works at, so she's less inclined to try something to get over on you. 9 times out of 10, this is a customer service, so the customer will always be right. Stuff like that. That makes interesting. It just makes for an interesting situation. Eddie says, I don't trust girls on the street. You say you can get set up to be robbed. Very true. Very true. TJ, what's going on, man? Is John Doe on a break? I don't know where John's at. I have no idea. But showing love to John Doe. We all know John Doe. He's a great guy. You guys know what's good. So Army did win. That's what's up. The Real Boxer Fan reporting live from Thailand, if I am correct. Appreciate you coming through. He says, I highly recommend for newbies to do the freelancers or bar fine girls because up front they are what they are, and you give yourself a chance not to get viced by a gold digger. Real talk. And I can't really go against that. That seems absolutely accurate. You know what you're gonna get. You pay for what you're gonna get. There's no guessing. Pretty much in a relationship, or if you're trying to date a girl, you might be guessing for a long time, because I've had girls tell me that they string along guys for years in a relationship, or they string them along for a long time, telling them that, yeah, one day it's gonna happen, or, oh, I don't want to have sex until I'm married, or some shit like that. I've heard it. Dude been in a relationship for 4 years, but the girl won't even let him touch it. Get the fuck out of here. I've seen it. So I do agree, for first timers, that is the industry that's going to basically get you from point A to point B relatively quickly. Until you pick up on a lot of the things that most of us other men know about the country, it's not a bad thing for you. But again, you got to be careful. So it's just yeah, it's a whole fucked up situation, but it is something that we cannot, it's nothing that's going to change about it. So Mr. Storiaje says if they don't get a checkup, they can't work. I'm all for it. Eddie says every week in AC it's called hygiene. They get checked every week. Okay. Mr. You said that best caring, she did everything for me. Well, so bar girls, well, I guess it's like being in a relationship, man. Living for a year. That's almost common law right there, man. Okay. So she lived with you for a year. She did everything for you, but you found out that she did shabu. For those that don't know what shabu is like ice, or like methamphetamines in the Philippines, like the Philippines version of meth, I believe. It's bad. So I'm glad that you did catch it, because a lot of stealing could have possibly taken place. John Bryan says, Dr. Mike, I have tried to search online for Philippine university rankings like they do here in the US. No luck. Maybe all Philippine universities are comparable. Well, The one thing that I can say about the universities here in the Philippines, you have some that are more prestigious than the other. And the only thing that makes them more prestigious than the other is the amount of money that the students pay to actually go to the school. Top schools in the country, Ateneo de Davao, no, well, that's in Davao, but the Ateneo brand in Manila, Cagayan de Oro, Ateneo in general, great school. University of the Philippines, great school. Far Eastern University, great school. De La Salle University, great school. Adamson University, great school. San Beda University, pretty good school. So it's every area honestly has a prestigious school. Every area in the Philippines has a prestigious school that everybody goes to, or like I'm sorry, that everybody knows. Like to me, Ateneo is like the Harvard of the Philippines. Ateneo, wherever you are in the Philippines, Ateneo is like Harvard for the Philippines. And De La Salle University is like Yale, in my opinion. If I had to tell you how I feel about it, Ateneo would be Harvard and De La Salle would be Yale. They both expensive as fuck for no reason, because what's funny is my educators actually came from those schools. So I'm almost basically getting the exact same education that the people who pay these extremely extravagant amounts of money pay to go to this particular school, when the people that actually graduated from the school are actually our instructors. So it's almost the same exact education, but I pay probably a third of what they would pay at these universities. But that is, that's something else. But to say that they're comparable, you do have good areas. You do have some good colleges in certain areas. Every area has a great college. Yes, Gogo. I am on the skits right now. I am underneath. I'm lower than low. But I just actually the reason that I did this particular live stream was it kind of, fall fell in line with the video from the other day. So it kind of mellowed out itself. So I kind of felt like there's no better time than to discuss it while I was actually using this particular, I mean, when I put the video out, this particular live stream is kind of falling in suit with it. So that's the only reason it's there. Liz is, oh, it's a tester requirement. If you're a trainer or assessor to food related courses, you need to have free from you need to be free from diseases or free from any communicable diseases with medical certifications. I believe it. So Mr. Studia Hay says, with a bar girl, you do feel like a king. Well, she does give you a lot of attention, especially if you're paying for it. So I can live with that. You gotta pick your poison, man. I see Go with the building. What's going on, man? I've never shabu restaurants. I don't think that they are advertising the type of shabu you're talking about, Ray, man. But yeah, you're right. There are shabu restaurants here in Davao as well. Shabu is popular. They have restaurants that serve it. I'm not sure if that's the actual shabu you're talking about, but hey, I agree. My man Smooth Rips in the building. What's going on, man? He says Dr. Mike checking in all from the USA Midwest in the house. Appreciate you being here. Yes, Silliman University is also a pretty good university as well. Eddie said, Dr. Mike, you can't use the same mindset when thinking about bar girls and prostitution in the US. It's a different culture. Some bar girls are whores. Yeah, they are. Well, see, I got to be honest with you. I've never really did the bar scene in the US. I never cared for it. I didn't like it. I never been to a strip club in the US. Not even after I went back home. It was nothing that ever interested me. Hell, I haven't even been back to one since I've been in Davao, or even when I was in Manila. The ones that were, like I said, LA Cafe doesn't necessarily count, but I just don't really frequent or even go to places like that. What I will do is I will show you those places. I will tell you exactly where to go, exactly what to do, and exactly what to look for in certain locations, because I know, but I don't personally go there. A lot of people would be like, yo, Mike, why don't you take a video, go into the bar, and show the girl dancing and stuff like that? That would be awesome. But I don't go there. Like, I don't frequent these places because I can't. Y'all do realize that that is something that I can't do. Y'all know why I can't do it. Somebody look at me sideways. I ain't got time for that shit. Even if it is for the tube, you know, it's just something, you know, there's just some lines I don't cross, and that's one of them. And besides, I don't really think you can get cameras in there anyways. I haven't tried, but I know that when I went to LA Cafe, the dude, like I told you, man, in the video, he said no cameras in here. You could take pictures, but no videos. I was like, what's the difference? I really did. I really did want to know the difference. What's the difference between a video and taking a still shot? All it is if I take enough pictures, I can create my own slideshow and it'll be like taking a video, but I don't know. To each their own. But hey, like I said, man, it's just not my cup of tea. But Eddie, I do agree, man. There is a huge difference in the industry here in the Philippines than it is in the United States. Again, I can't speak on the US because I never went to bars there ever. It was just never something that was interesting to me at all. I just didn't care to pay a stripper to give me a lap dance. I mean, don't tease me, bitch. That's my whole thing. I'm sorry. That's me. Don't tease me. That shit makes no sense to me. But hey, um, everybody's way of doing things is different. That right there was just something that just didn't interest me. But here in the Philippines, what I like to think about the Philippines is everything is tangible. That's the one thing that makes the Philippines different than the United States. Everything in the Philippines is tangible. What do I mean by tangible? They can be touched. You can't touch them girls in no US strip club. You get your ass kicked. Get bounced the fuck out. And you can't take those girls outside of the club. Their job is strictly entertainment. Their job is strictly to do a dance, you know, shake their ass, get some ones, go home. In the Philippines, if you see that, almost, not all, but almost any and every girl that works a club scene or a bar scene is available for rent. And now, again, I don't encourage it all the time. First timers need to adjust themselves to the country. Okay. Okay. You can do that. Nothing wrong with that. If you need to adjust yourself to the country and to the women, if this is the way that you deem fit and deem necessary, do so. I just don't think that is something that you need to continue to do on a regular basis. That's all I will say. I'm sorry, go. Me don't know nothing about no lady boys, man. I'm sorry. I don't know nothing about that. But yeah, Eddie, like I said, man, you're right about the difference in the culture. Mr. Study, hey, yes, Ateneo is the top school anywhere. It's the top in Davao. It's the top in Cagayan de Oro. You say it's the top in Cebu. It's the top in Manila. That is the best school to go to. The best named school. The best school to go to by name. Best way to say it. Eddie, man, we can't talk about saving them like we did before. We done already been there and did that. You remember that live show. We can't talk about saving them from that life anymore. We can't do it. My man Byron Hall, man, I hope I shouted you out, but if I did, man, that's what's up. I see you guys in the building. My man Eddie says strippers in the US are damaged goods. They've been hurt or abused by men or molested, unfortunately, and hated men, so they just want your money. Huh? Well, like I said, man, that's just something I can't really see myself getting into. Kind of a hands-off type of guy. My man Anti-Gravity 74 in the building. What's going on, family, man? We talking about the Booty Lou experiment here. Freelancing versus bar finding. Which ones you guys think are better? You let me know. All right, but I appreciate you coming through and showing some love. I see we got about 25 watching. Fair amount of people. Appreciate you guys coming through and showing some love. If you guys want to support the channel, you already know how to do so. But of course, the good doctor is happy that you come through and show your love and support to him today. Nayon Din. Haven't done that today. That sucks. Rainman says there's no sex in the champagne room. And that was actually a great song. Wasn't that Chris Rock song? That shit was actually pretty funny. I loved it. Byron, you stupid, man. Nah. Ain't no midgets in Davao. I haven't seen any midget bars in Davao, man. I haven't seen it. My man Cam in the building. What's going on? You say scandalous topic? You absolutely right, man. You know what's funny? This is the only reason I did this topic was because of the video that I put out Friday night or yesterday evening about Davao City, exposing Davao City's nightlife, the yellow light district. And I just tied it into that particular video. I'm just getting it out the way. This isn't going to be a regular thing. I can't get behind this topic all the time. It's kind of going to become redundant. So we're going to get everything that we can out of this particular topic, and hopefully we never have to bring it up again. So I asked my audience, like I always do, which do you prefer? You want to do the freelancing or you want the bar finding? That's your cup of tea, and you're going to do what you want to do. Somebody out here in the audience is definitely interested in just getting with a nice young lady. But most of the time, you've gone through the gauntlet before you gotten that far. What is the gauntlet? I think you guys pretty much understand what the gauntlet is. When you run the gauntlet, you go through different stages until you reach the final destination, of course. So we've all probably traveled along a road that probably has led us, if you're in the Philippines or probably other foreign countries, we've all been down a road wherein so I can't say everybody, but you have some people who have done that thing. But hey, I can't be mad at them. If this is what they choose to do, this is what they choose. Cam Y, it's just out there, bro. Future employers see this one. It's not gonna stay up very long. So I'll be okay. I'll be all right. Mr. Studia here says my ex-bar girl is now fat, married, drug-free, and living in Romania. Damn. My man Cam says being with someone who is only there because of financial payment takes all the fun away. I do agree with that. But you do realize that is an opinion that is shared by very few, which is truly unfortunate. That is a view that is shared by very few, which is sincerely unfortunate. My man Hemi, what's going on, man? He says, I love a discount. I did a very bad experience. I can't deal with you right now. I ain't even gonna read it, man. My man says neither mid to high class escorts, the better option if you're looking for easy quality access. My man Oahu dude, what's going on, man? I hope Angeles City is taking care of you. Hope it's treating you well, man. Oahu dude says never freelance in AC. They don't undergo weekly medical checkups and have a reputation to ripping you off. Did not know that. Cam, you bring up a great point, my dude, and I appreciate what you said. And I'll probably go ahead and just drop this live after I'm done. I'll probably take it down after like a week or so that it's no longer there. I mean, hey, it's really nothing to me. So, but I just wanted to get it out the way because at the end of the day, this is the topics that people tend to go for and gravitate towards. Unfortunately, but it is the way of life. All right. So with that being said, I think we've touched on everything that we wanted to touch on today. I didn't really want to be on very long. I just wanted to go ahead and knock this particular topic out because it was entitled and tagged along with the video that we put out yesterday. Had some fun walking around the other day, and I definitely wanted to make sure that we just have some fun with it. See, Cam, you know what's interesting about topics like this? These are the only topics that get people involved. These are the topics where people actually show the fuck up and listen. And I mean, sometimes you have some that come through for the other ones, but hey, at the end of the day, scandalous topics are the only things that people tend to care about. And I'm not against it. I mean, everybody loves a good scandal. Tell me one person that doesn't love a good scandal. Tell me one person that doesn't love a good scandal. And if you want to be honest, though, Cam, I think I would have to like completely delete my channel if that particular thing came up. A lot of people don't even know that this channel even exists, and that's a good thing. And because of that, I'll hold it down. But this one, maybe I'll probably delete. Not delete. I'll probably put it up on. I'll probably put this one up on Patreon as a fallback. That will probably work out for me. Go live with it and then put it up as a Patreon content or some shit. That'll work. Oahu dude, yes, you're right, man. Any girl that offers a massage from the street, probably not in your best interest. Not your best interest. My man Eddie says, Dr. Maya, you can do a long-term or short-term relationship with a bar girl. Just never bring her back to the U.S. or home country. But it's better for men. She'll cook and clean, sex and submissive. That's true. I probably wouldn't say long term, but I'll say short term. That would probably not be a bad thing. I mean, it's just for fun. Honestly, it's just for fun. So Hemi is all about his freelancers. Okay. Um, John Brown, you asked a great question. You say, "What's the difference about the massage girls?" I'll tell you a quick story. Since I mean, I see my man, he answered it, but the story that I have is something that my father told me. He told me that he had a friend one time, and the girl tried to take his, like, he was wearing a chain around his neck. It was a solid gold, not solid gold, but it was like 21 karat gold chain. He was wearing it, and while they were participating in the act of what she did was she kept holding on to his neck, right? So she was trying to like hug him, but what she was trying to do was get that chain off his neck to pull that clasp off. And she was gonna try to like get it from him while they were doing it. Can you imagine that? And then one thing led to another, and when he pulled up quick, the chain fell off. Right? It fell off his neck, and he saw it. And he was about 10 seconds away from killing that lady because she tried to rip him off and do stuff like that. So at the end of the day, if we want to be honest, bar girls are not, freelancers or not, they're probably all all fucked up. Oh man. You guys better enjoy this one right now, because I promise you, as soon as the upload for it is done, this one will no longer be available. So I'm gonna stay on for as long as I can just to enjoy this particular topic. But once it officially finishes processing, it'll probably go up on Patreon. So Cam, I'm glad that you were able to make it, but you did make a very, very valid point. You didn't ruin it. You didn't ruin it. And I was really going to close it out, but I'm not going to say that you ruined it. But it made me think, I should probably stay away from the salacious content, but I'm one of those I'm very big on stretching the mindsets of men. I'm very big on saying the shit that I know people want to say, or saying the shit that people will say, but they may not actually put it out there like that. So again, you made a very valid point that it could hurt you in the long run, and I'm not trying to hurt myself in the long run. So you just made me think about it. So I'm like most people do. Like I've seen Jay do it, and I've seen a few other YouTubers do it. When they go live with it, the topic is there. It happens. Everything is good to go. But once they're done with it, once it processes, it disappears. So anybody and everybody who's catching this one right now, just enjoy it for what it is, man. Just enjoy it for what it is, because I will take it down later on down the line for sure. Maybe I'll wait a week to take it down. Maybe I'll take it down once it's done. It just depends. So this will be one of those rare moments where if you don't catch it, you just missed it. But yeah, I do find this topic interesting as well. So Eddie, like I said, man, I'll just put it on Patreon, no doubt. Hemi, if you ever find yourself in Mindanao, just come and have some fun, man. We'll be all right. Smooth, man. I don't even know if there's no testing involved, my dude. I don't even know if I'm willing to double up. I'd probably just say, nah, I'm good. Just not gonna happen. Just not gonna happen. Cam, we did have that live stream. Would you save Bar Girl from that life? Would you marry her to save her from that life? And some people said yes. If they were like reformed, or if they were trying to do something better with their lives, they said yeah. Some people did say that. My man Owahudu said he quit with the bar fines. He says, just do the numbers. How many different guys would you estimate? Can't do it. I do not want to do the numbers. We've done the numbers on too many different occasions. All right. So, yeah, we're not going to do that anymore. The numbers are for real, bro. I'm not ready for that. I'm just not. The numbers are fucked up. Especially if she's cute and she's fine. If she's one of those that is in high demand, you already know she got a body count out of this world. I even did a video on that, man. Nobody questions the body count until after the fact. See, it's all there. I do this shit, man, because I think about everything that you guys think about. I just try my best to put it out there. Again, like I said, once the video's been up for about a week or so, most of the time I'll get as many views as anybody's ever going to watch it until they're on to the next one. So this one might stay up for like today and then we'll be good to go. My man Eddie says, Dr. Mike, bars are no different from regular Filipino girls by culture. If she's cool and you like her and she likes you, and if she's not a whore, okay, then rock with it as long as you want. Why not? All right. Like I said, man, everybody's opinion on this one is different. Eddie, I see where you coming from, G, and I respect that one. I can see how you would say that, but I guess in my mind or in the minds of others, I'd just be skeptical. That's just me. I'm just damn skeptical, man. That's all I got right now. All right, Byron, man, you have a good one, brother. I see you guys talking to each other. All right. Well, Oahu dude, they got to make money, bro. That's funny. He said, I interviewed several good looking bar girls. They're disappointed if they don't get a bar fine every night. That's about 300 different guys a year. You can go ahead and say 365. Well, if they don't work on certain days, sometimes you do get a day off. Every girl needs a day off. They might get 2 days off. So, yeah, you're probably about right, about 300 or so different guys in a year. Lizzie, you can open your ears, baby. It ain't. We're just peeling this one off like a band-aid. I just wanted to have this topic. I don't know what sparked it. I told you this is just something that's funny. It is. People don't think about it. So I just say I like to talk about the shit that people don't think about. So pardon me and everything that I do with my channel. I'm sorry. I'm not apologetic about the channel. I'm just saying that this shit is just crazy to me, man. Andy, you stupid, man. They might be one of the ones that end up there. Yep, I agree. But Oahu dude said he interviewed these girls. Hey man, do you have that? I wouldn't say you probably have it on tape, but yeah, that's crazy, guys. I can't imagine. I just can't imagine. I'll just keep it honest with you guys. I'll tell you my personal opinion and I'll just leave it at that because at the end of the day, everybody's opinion is different. Back in the day, I probably would have thought everything was kosher, like everything was cool. Like, yeah, you could be with a bar girl. Some bar girls just do it for their education. Some just do it, for whatever reason they need to for the family and whatnot. And at the time, I respected it, and I still do to this day. That's what people do it for. But then you have those that have become immersed in the culture, those that have become the bar. They've become one with the bar. And like Oahu Du said, they're not mad, they're not happy unless they're taken out every single night. Because that's how they make money. And I do believe, and a lot of people say this, but most people don't say it, but the money is everything. They see how much money they make sleeping with these guys. So they go for it. And maybe in the beginning, I'll tell you exactly what I feel. Maybe in the beginning, it started out doing it to support the family, to support studies, or to do whatever. Maybe that's how it started. But then it became something else. Once you've been in the industry for a year, I say 6 months to a year, no, 6 months or so, you're already turned out. If you're consistently doing it after 6 months, that's probably a problem. You'll probably consider yourself part of it. But once you see the money that you could possibly make by doing this, then the money takes over. Then the idea of how much you can make per night takes over. Then that means you're closing out deals once a night, you're good. Twice a night, you're golden. 3 times in a night, come on, man. Then it becomes a situation of where you try to outdo yourself, or you try to How can I say this? You try to be the best in the club, aka the one that brings in the most money, aka the bottom bitch. Pardon my language, but you know how it is on the streets, man. Every pimp has that one that brings in the one. Sometimes then it becomes to the point where you want to become that bitch. And I'm telling you, I'm not mad at you for doing it, but I think that once you remain in the industry for too long, that industry will consume you. And then, in my personal opinion, I mean, we hear guys saying, some of these girls want to be reformed and stuff. If they've been in the industry for shit 6 years or so, 5 years, a year or so, whatever, and they've been turned out, and now all of a sudden they want to be reformed, to me, that's damaged goods, B. What can you do with that? Tell me what you could do with something that has been turned out for 6 years. You've been in the game for 5, 6 years. That's all you know. Now all of a sudden you want to make a transition? I call bullshit on most of that. I'll just be honest. I just call bullshit on it. But I'm telling you, if this is what you want out of your life, I will not stand between you and your happiness. Because you got to do what makes you happy. I can only give a fucking opinion. I don't find happiness in the bars. When I turned 20, I got bored with that shit. I told you, my pops was taking me there almost every other night when I was 18 years old. I wasn't bar finding shit. Don't get it twisted. I wasn't taking on anybody. But, going to the scene and just being there kind of made a dude feel dirty a little bit, just a little bit. And again, I'm not knocking you for doing it, but for me, after 2 years of doing it, I'll say it to you like this. After 2 years of doing it, I got sick of it. So I feel like those that make it a continuous thing for 3 or 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, you still doing the same thing, 9 times out of 10, you know what's funny and fucked up at the exact same time? This is what's funny and fucked up at the exact same time. Let's say you've been hitting the bar scene for like 10 years. That whole time you was in the bar scene, you was probably dealing with one chick or so, or you see the same chick every time you come back, or every time you come back, you'll look for a type of girl and she ain't there no more. But then all of a sudden you see her daughter or some shit, 10 years or so, she like 20 or something like that. And then you hit that too. So now you done hit a mother and daughter and you probably ain't even know that shit. So once you commit yourself to that lifestyle, it's almost like to the same extent you're you're committing yourself to that cause. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. I told you guys before. Once a woman commits after 6 months of doing it, she's kind of become a part of the game. It's hard for me to believe that once you do 6 months to a year that you're gonna try to reform yourself. Something dramatically has to fucking happen for such a dramatic situation like that. I'm sorry, a dramatic situation has to happen for her to make such a drastic decision to want to reform herself and get out of it. I mean, literally, something drastic has to happen. Okay, something crazy drastic has to happen. I just don't see it, And I mean, I get what you guys are saying. I feel where you're coming from, but personally, I'm just like, man, once you're part of that life consumes you. Again, you're gonna always want to make as much money as humanly possible. Shit, I don't care what industry you're in, you always want to make as much money out of it as you possibly can. And there is no bigger in the industry than the sex industry, prostitution. I don't believe there's more money made in any other industry. Maybe drugs. But prostitution, man, that's where the money's at. And once a woman has accepted her role in that particular industry, she'll do whatever she can. But once she ages out, she becomes a mama sign. That's what I've noticed. Once they age out and they're no longer considered beautiful or no longer considered bar fightable, they can become mama signs. But again, that's only if she was a bottom bitch. That's only if she was putting in that work and making the club money. Then she knows the games, the ins and outs, how it works, what needs to be done. So she do it for the up and comers. She becomes like she's like the pro, the pros and the rookies in the NBA or in the NFL. You teach them the ropes, right? That's what they become. It's just my personal thought, man. I mean, everybody's gonna have their own personal opinion about things and their own personal feelings about it. Good Doc is happy regardless. I just feel like you got to do things your way, and that's the only way things are ever gonna get done. So, all right, let me go back to the topic because I had to go on a moment rant. I do what I have to. Again, I'm only gonna keep this up for no time at all. So once we're good, we're good. My man says any YouTuber. Andy, I missed your question. He says, do I know any YouTubers that married any bar girls? They may be the ones that end up on porn sites. I don't know. I don't. I truly don't. My man 010, what's going on? He says, my question is why deal with bar girls when there are non-working girls available? Just curious. I don't judge the lifestyle choice. I don't judge it either. I don't know, man. In my personal opinion, if you want to know truth, fact of the matter is it's easy. All right? It's easy. There's no work involved, no game involved, no nothing. You don't have to talk. You talk with your money. That's probably why most guys gravitate to it. There's no game needed. You know, there's no extra effort required when dealing with bar girls and freelancers. None of that shit is required. That's why, they would rather go there than basically try their chance with like you said, a non-working girl. Because to be honest with you, you could probably hook up with a chick, maybe she's down on her luck or some shit, and maybe she hasn't decided, maybe she's on the fence about whether she wants to partake in such a lifestyle or not. Because some girls will consider it. Like I said, some girls will consider it. But before they actually make the move, they'll go on a dating site. I think the dating site comes just before making the move into becoming a full-fledged bar girl. I think that's how it happens. But hey, I'm just talking shit. Just let me be me. I'm sorry. I'm ranting because I don't plan on keeping this one up long. Like, oh, Wahoo, dude, you're right, man. The very rare occasion where you catch the girl on her first day. The very rare occasion. Yeah. Yeah, Pedro, you're right, man. At the point, you just pray that you ain't got nothing. Yeah, you ain't got no VDs of any kind. If you're gonna take a chance with those girls, and it's just not worth it for me. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. But I will say this. Everybody just has to have they have to do this shit on their own, man. Everybody's got to come to the decision on their own that this shit right here is just not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? It is just not gonna happen. I can't say any more on that. My man, Liz, stop, Liz. Stop. The robust is available, but you can't tell everybody now. I'm gonna be getting orders out the ass now. I can't do it. I can't do it. Eddie says, "Yeah, 6 months, you're done. She a hoe." Yep. After 6 months, the game has her. It is what it is. The game has her after 6 months. Nice to meet you, Johnny Cialis. That's a good one. My man Smooth says, if you meet her early into her career, there is a good chance of rehab, 6 months to a year or longer. I wouldn't take that risk. I'm telling you, after 6 months, man, that is a full-fledged commitment. That is a fucking commitment, and you're not gonna change the game. Just let it go. I'm telling you, she's gonna become a product of the game after 6 months. Like I said, there is still a chance. 6 months and below. After that, just let it go. Just let it go. Hemi, that vow is not modern at all, bro. I don't know what you talk about. Oahu Dude says bar girls have very short shelf lives. In Angeles City, it's hard to find a bar girl in her 30s. Yeah, like I said, they can commit themselves to the game for like 5 or 6 years. That's what I said. I said roughly they have a good run of about 5 to 6 years. After that, you choose to make a revelation, or you choose to have the revelation and try to change your life. The fuck out of here. That shit ain't working for me. I can't see it. John says there's a gazillion girls working at a gazillion malls. So go. Thank you. I like that one. There's so many different girls you can find that don't require you to go to the bar. Eddie, my pops is a G, man. That man got stories out his ass. That dude is a fucking legend. He's a legend without being a legend. And again, he's like my idol, man, of course. But he's got stories, man, and things that he's told me I'll never repeat. A lot of it. But like I said, he knows this shit. And I like to pass on what he's passed on to me because I feel like this would be beneficial to somebody. It may not be you. Maybe this has nothing to do with you. Maybe you are the type of person that says, I'll never get caught up in the bar scene. I'll never get caught up in the freelance scene. That's not my thing. And I'm cool with that. I respect that. I appreciate that. But I am not against the guy who does choose to participate in such a scene. I just want you to be careful about it. I just want you to be safe. I just don't want you to get robbed. I just want you to be all right. But then again, like I said, this is why we do live streams like this one. It brings all the boys to the yard. How like like what the girls say, Khalees? The milkshakes bring all the boys to the yard. These type of topics bring everybody from every walk of life out to the yard because I don't know what it is about it, but this is what people want to hear. So I get to you. 010, the shelf life. If you don't understand that the shelf life is how long a chick has in that particular industry. How long does she have before she's no longer valuable? So everything has a shelf life. I say 5 to 6 years. No, that's it. My man Cal Winston in the building. He says no need for the bar girls or the freelancers. I agree. You don't need them, but we have those that need them. I don't know why, but they do. My man Fed Up in the building. What's going on, family? Appreciate you coming through. Wahoo says, Dr. Mike, if you like to drink like me, the bars can be fun even without bar fighting. I enjoy buying the girls' drinks. I do enjoy a good drink. 9 times out of 10, I won't go to those bars to do it, but I can see why you do it because the entertainment there is actually pretty cool. I mean, like I said, when my pops used to take me, I told you, man, back when I was 18, we used to drink pineapple juice and just watch the girls dance, and that was it. There was no need to bar fight. I mean, shit, that was my entertainment for the evening, and that was it. Like, I mean, these are the types of things that, you only get to experience once or twice in life. And you just soak it up and you enjoy it. So we used to go bouncing from club to club and just, see what was going on. And be like, yo, yeah, she's fine, man. Yeah, she looks good, though. I mean, that was it. So, yeah, I can see how you could do that because I used to do that back in the day. I never bought any lady drinks, though. I never did that. I couldn't see myself spending that kind of money on a lady drink. But, yeah, those clubs are definitely fun to just have a quick pick me up. Nothing wrong with that. And they love it when they see foreigners come up in the club. Oh, how are you? Everybody want to be your friend and shit. But it is definitely interesting to me. John, I am not going to examine that clothes, bro. I don't want to see nothing crawling on shit. No, I'm not. I'm not interested. Not interested at all. Jesus Christ. Oahu, dude, that's why I never go to Hawaii. Man, y'all keep that. I don't like them numbers. I'd rather stay in the Philippines. Can't do it. My man 010 says not too scarce. Everyone, but even if sex workers don't have deadly diseases, most have herpes. Yeah, herpes is the gift that keeps on giving, man. it is the gift that keeps on giving, man. Oh man, it's the gift that keeps on giving, people. I can't say that I fucks with it, man. You can't. Hey, John, you are taking it a step above with the oral herpes, bro. You tripping. Hey, Kev, what's going on, man? I appreciate you coming through and showing some love to the channel, man. I appreciate it. I see we got about 27 watching, guys. Get the likes up for me. I would appreciate that. That would definitely make me happy. I know this is just not my normal topic, but like I said, I'll keep this one up for probably maybe a couple of days, maybe about a week before I have to go through and put it on Patreon for, just safekeeping. But yeah, that's pretty much the best. That's what we got. That's what we got going on. I might even take it down after the video finishes uploading. So no doubt. Oahu Dude says most bar girls in Angeles come from Samar and Leyte. Why not go there to find a good girl? Huh? How about that? You know what? I like what you said there, bro. That makes very, 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 very good sense. And I know that was a lot of varies, but it does. We say this all the time, and I do believe it. I believe that you have a higher percentage chance of finding a good girl in the province areas. He says Samar and Leyte, but I mean, I would say anywhere in the province area, you pretty much have a high percentage chance of finding a good girl, one that will do for you and one that will be there for you, not one that you have to second guess and question, not one that's been tainted by American culture, not one that's been living the city life and they kind of know the ins and outs. But if they come from humbled backgrounds, like most of the girls that come from the provincial areas, it does increase your chances of having a more positive outcome in your relationship, a longer, loving relationship, not one that's going to end once, she actually makes it to the US and stuff like that. My man Berserk says, seen it too many times in Korea, hundreds of Filipino bar girls. Some of my fellow soldiers even marry bar girls. I would not recommend that, but the scene is now, it's gone. Damn. Oh, shit. Well, so much for that. I mean, I guess I should be happy that it's gone because it keeps people from doing stupid shit. But at the end of the day, I can't, man. I can't. I see my man 010 coming through clutch, brother. I appreciate you, man, as always. I'm gonna get to it in a minute. I gotta read the rest of these comments because I'm fucking slow right now. I've been ranting too much. I don't fucking forgot what I was saying. My man Eddie says, Dr. Mike, you said you lied to the regular girls. Tell them you love them. You tricked the regular girls out of the pussy. I did, man. I felt bad too. See, but let me be real though. See, let me clarify that statement because Eddie got me sounding like I'm so fucked up, bro. No. Back up. Rewind. I didn't lie. I stretched the truth as far as I could possibly stretch it. Again, I was 18 years old, man. Shit. You know what I used to tell girls? And I can't believe this shit actually worked because they gotta know I was bullshitting. But I was young and I was dumb and I was stupid. I'm a grown man now and I accept my faults. And to every lady that I've hurt in my past, if you are listening right now, I apologize. I was wrong for what I did and I take the L as I rightfully deserve. But back in the day, what I used to do is in order to like to secure my place, I used to tell girls that when I graduated from college, I would take them back with me to the US. I feel so bad for saying it. For them that believed it, I feel bad because I was very convincing. I was. And I used to do stupid. I used to say fucked up shit. Okay. I was bad. I wasn't the greatest person. I didn't have the greatest personality. I was a fucking kid. All right. So I've made my fair share of mistakes, but I didn't lie because I had every intention on at least considering them as an option down the line. I had every intention on doing that. Hell, if I could, I would probably have like 16 wives already here in the United States. You know what I'm saying? If I could, but that's just not possible. So I have made my fair share of mistakes, guys. And I didn't lie, but I stretched the truth as far as I could fucking stretch it. And it wasn't always the best version of myself, but at the end of the day, I am grown. I am mature. That is roughly 13 years ago in my life today. So I've done my fair share of dirt. I am a better person for it. I'm no longer an asshole. I no longer choose to stretch the truth like I used to back in the day. Don't have to anymore. You can be honest, and you can honestly be honest, and things will go your way if you know how to use your words correctly. Be honest. Being honest is so much easier, bruh. Being honest is so much easier. Lying is too much damn work. Sorry, it's too much work. Liz, them girls aren't poor. Liz, I treated every girl that I was ever with respect, and I genuinely have a special place in my heart for them. I do. Genuinely. Because they could have fucked with anybody else, but they chose to fuck with the good doc. You know? Again, I'm not perfect. Not perfect at all. Far from it. But I learned from my mistakes. Happy in my current situation. And I do the best that I can. Fed up, yes. Everybody needs somebody. He said, everyone needs somebody, needs to just be honest with each other. True. Andy, man, I don't know, Andy. I don't know if they'll let me send it in the mail this time of year, but yeah, I'll hook you up, man. We might have to talk offline about that. I'm gonna have to figure it out how I'm gonna get it to you, man. Oahu dude said the Korean guys are taking over Angeles City, bro. They're just taking over the Philippines. Period. I'll say that. He says they raid the bars early and take all the pretty ones, and the bar girls love them for the threes, three pesos. Oh, okay, I get it now. I hate you, man. Wow, dude, I should have known that shit was coming. But that's funny. That's funny, and I do see that they love them because it's not too long, figuratively and literally on time and length, and that's quick. It's just quick money for them, so they do highly enjoy spending time with those type of guys. Fed up, man. We love you, man. It doesn't matter how old you are, man. I honestly feel like the old heads in the Philippines, no disrespect, but the mature guys, they get it in just as they get it in better than us young blood. So I ain't tripping. My man Cal says it's less than 1K, easy to grounds that up with family. Hold on, I didn't read Cal's. Damn it, I missed Cal's comment. I'm sorry. I can't scroll up. I gotta keep going. Maybe you guys will have to reintroduce that. I gotta keep up, guys. I'm sorry. Smooth said he once bar found a lady in Korea. How much did that cost you, man? I'm very interested. I'm very interested in that one. Rain Man, that is something I did think about too. Trafficking. I do think about that often. I wonder who's in it because they want to be and who's in it because they're forced to be. But like I said, there you go. So some traffic themselves. Right. That's what I do think about it. My man, anti gravity. Yo, my man 010, man. Thank you for coming through clutch for your boy, man. I appreciate you. My man, anti gravity says, "Yo, Mike, when are you going to set me up with the girl from?" Hey, man, y'all. Hey. Don't be trying to holler at my girl. Y'all might have to make it the dab on. We'll see what we can do about it. We gotta get here first, man. She mad chill people though, man. I'll keep it real with you. Mike don't hang out with a lot of people. Mike don't like a lot of people. I hate people sometimes. I would rather just spend time with my lady and like we have like a few chosen friends. I can almost count like people other than my people on YouTube, of course. I love you guys, but other than like my YouTube people and I come through and have my lives with you guys and shit, I love chopping it up with you guys. But other than that, on like my real life, I don't really fuck with a lot of people on purpose. And like my girl, she has like two or three friends that she actually fucking likes. So I don't have to worry about treating groups of people and shit like that. We don't have to worry about that on our birthdays, like I told you guys in the Treat Me, Treat Us video. I don't have to worry about shit like that because I keep my inner circle very small. I literally have one person that I treat like a brother, other than my own brother. So I may fuck with like two or three people. Like I said, with the exception of you guys, this has nothing to do with my YouTube family. But in real life, I don't really fuck with a lot of people. So it keeps everything into perspective for me. But yeah, man, if you make it out here, man, I might have to see if she's available. But she is good people. MD says it's not worth it. Just forget about him. You right. You right. Just forget about him. It ain't worth it. You forgiven. You guys forgive me? Oh, Liz, you gotta forget about it. I was young. I was 13 years ago, man. I was 18. I used to dude, I was fucked up, man. I know I was bad. Cause I was bad when I felt real bad when they believed me too. I used to say that shit. I'd be like, yeah, girl, I'm gonna take you back with me. I swear to God, I was convincing as fuck. I will never do that ever again, guys. And they must have known I was bullshitting, but still, that was my go-to line before I developed a way of actually having conversations and getting from point A to point B without having to fucking sell the dream. That was what I did, and I felt so bad about it. I felt so bad about it. The good doc made mistakes too. I don't care. I did it. But I was 18, man. What'd you expect from me? I should have an honor and a code. So, with that being said, I say this. I am sincerely sorry to every girl that I've ever hurt with that kind of bullshit. Because that was not right. All right, I was young and I was dumb, so I kind of fed the lines that I felt would work best in my favor. But again, I shit you not, every girl that I have ever met, every girl that has ever become a part of my life in one way or another, they still hold a special place there, and they will always be remembered because it wasn't many. Because Dr. Mike's not a man whore. It wasn't many of them, and I respect them. I still have nothing but love for them. It's just that you guys see what I got going on in my life right now, and what I got going on is a very, very, pretty decent situation. So I mean, I can't complain. But yeah, Dr. Mike made his. I took some L's back in the day. Pedro, they actually thought I was going back. Motherfucker, bruh, I didn't make it back, bruh. Think about it like this. I put it. Let me tell you how crazy this is. I would tell them I would take them back with me when I went back to the United States. All right. That was in like my first and second year. Like when I first got there, I was like 18. So that was like my first year of college. Bruh, imagine 10 years later, my black ass is still there. They like, I thought you were gonna take me back, but I haven't left yet, baby. How could I take you back when I ain't leave? You know, that's like 10 years ago, like 12 years ago and shit. So can you imagine somebody trying to hold on that long? They must have known that that was probably wrong, but I'm still genuinely a nice guy. I'm still genuinely a nice guy. But I don't want that to affect anybody's perception of the good doc. Like I said, I came through clutch back in the day. It was funny. It wasn't right. But at the end of the day, I will tell you this. I didn't mistreat anybody. Nothing like that. I kind of fed the lines that were probably a stretch of the truth. I had all intents, purposes. It just took me 10 years to actually leave. So yes, I made mistakes. But again, like I said, man, I repent for that one. I repent and I do ask forgiveness for that one. Cause now that you think about it and when you're older and shit, you like, yo, that's kind of foul. Like, especially like when they like buy into it, it was fucking foul. And I tell you, I wish I could take it back, man. Oahu dude, you're right. It is too much to remember. And Pedro, that's pretty much what it was like. I mean, as long as they were with me, they were taken care of. No bullshit, but I kind of fed lines that weren't necessary. Again, like I said, I made my fair share of mistakes and I take my L's like a grown man, man. I take my L's like a grown man. MD, you're right. Is always easier to tell the truth than try to remember a lie. Whew. Try and remember a lie. Fuck that. Like I said, man, this one's not going to be on very long here on the tube. So I'm going to go ahead and get all of my grievances out. Only the people who are actually here are probably ever going to remember it again. This is just going to be on Patreon, just in a safe place, whether people watch it or not, because it's pretty long. Like I said, it'll just be there for the people who want to watch it on the playback, who are actually members of the Patreon team. Salutes to everybody who's on the Patreon team, by the way. I salute all of you guys for your support over there. You guys get some of the more interesting content, some shit you can't really post here on Facebook. So I'm glad that I could put it over there. It's almost like an open diary of sorts, even though guys do journals, not diaries. Whatever. Yes, Liz, I know you didn't mean poor girls. You mean poor girls. I was not preying on nobody, though. I didn't do that. It was just something that happened. Don't judge me. So Eddie, that's your out of all of this, that's what you got. Just so that you don't have to lie. That's why you choose the bar fine. You crazy, man. You know what, 010? I never heard that, but you're probably right. Maybe Korean guys only like the light-skinned ones. That's probably true. That's probably not inaccurate at all. I never heard that, but it could be true. My man Doug Smith in the building. What's going on, guys? I appreciate you coming through, man. I've been so backed up on the. I've been talking too much, but again, I'm gonna get it all out, man. This one could be a very long string because I don't want to have to. I don't think anybody's. I want it long enough to where people don't care to watch the replay. So if I take it down, nobody gives a fuck. I'm still reading comments, guys. I'm still here. I did hear I did hear that most of the girls that work the bar scene in Korea work Filipina. I did hear that. A Wahoo dude says, don't understand why some bars get rated for human trafficking and some don't. Most has something to do with under the table money. Under the table money and also permits to have these clubs open. I think they go through a strenuous process of becoming registered with BIR. Now when they register with, like, well, if I'm gonna say here in the Philippines, when it comes to being registered, they register it under KTVs and massage parlors and places like that. What the bar is. It's just registered under something that offers different types of services. So it may be a bar where girls sing and dance and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, it's registered as a legal entity or a legal business. But like I say, you don't pay the right people to keep from poking around, you could probably get shut down and raided. That is kind of how it works too. That's true, Fed Up. Anywhere in the world, you'll find somebody. Now, will you pay the same rates? Probably not. Pedro, I think you do bring up a great point, man. I think that's in most Asian cultures. They just really don't care to have, not necessarily whether you're African American or not, or whatever race you are. Most of them don't really care to have you dating outside of the race. You're a race trader, so you don't do that. My man David was there. There you go, David Knopfler. What's going on, bro? Appreciate you coming through. I did miss your comment. I'm sorry. Oh, in Korea, those guys are heavy on the makeup and the plastic surgery, Pedro. This I know for sure. I've seen it firsthand. They talk about how Thailand and Korea and Southeast Asia are the two top places for cosmetic and plastic surgery. So Go sister is here. What's going on? There you go. See, even my man Berserk said it too, man. It is a plastic surgery capital. I think they're in Thailand for sure. My man Smooth Wrist says, Dr. Mike, it cost me around $100, including tips and drinks. She was very sweet and shy. I think she was very new in the game. Even if she knew in the game, it still cost you $100 though. God damn, I'm not ready for it. I'm not ready for Korea, man. I'm just gonna have to say no. Fed Up, you have to explain to me what you mean by well-rounded. Is that physically or with mentality included? They do seem to fool people with the shy act though. That shit crazy. Nope. Oahu dude, I can't do it. If a girl offered 50K for that, I would have to say no. You want to know why? Because that doesn't mean much to me. It doesn't mean that much to me. Liz, I'm glad you consider yourself part of the family. We enjoy having you here. You're the sister amongst a lot of brothers. Woo, but you hold your own and you stay fit, and I like that. So, again, I know the content is not friendly for everybody, and that's cool. But like I said, man, this one's not going to stay up very long anyway, so it's nothing to worry about. My man W.E. Wilson, what's going on, family? Appreciate you coming through. Like my man Fed Up says, you got to hit the like button. I see we got about 28 watching. Dr. Mike highly appreciates all 28 of you coming through and showing some love to the good doctor today. If you guys want to support the channel, you already know how to do so. But of course, the good doctor is happy that you come through and spend just a little bit of your time with him. So whether you're on your way in or on your way out, please make sure you smash that like button. Some people are gonna hate it. I'm not sure if we got any dislikes. Liz, do a quick check and tell me if I have any dislikes, because I really don't know. Or whoever's paying attention to me talk, just tell me if I have any dislikes, because some people are probably not gonna like this one. Or you can give me a counter. How many likes up and how many dislikes? Let me know. Prostitution is illegal in Thailand. Eh, they must not care about that very much. Oh, forged documents. Oh yeah, the forged documents is definitely a problem too. If that girl is underage, you are screwed, bro. That is just something that's not worth it. Anti-gravity, that's what I'm saying, man. It's not worth it to me. It's not worth it to me. Ah, fuck that shit. It's not worth it to me. It's not worth it to me. No shit. So somebody gave me a dislike. God dang it. I thought we were gonna come through with the magical 100%, but it's all good. I knew somebody was gonna dislike it, and it's cool. I'm good. But yeah, I agree, man. I don't really have much of an interest in dealing with your cherry girls or whatever you want to call them. That's not my cup of tea. This shit just it don't work for me. It truly don't. Truly don't. My man Pedro says if you go to Korea, I suggest you stay near the university. Okay. There's never a boring night. True. I do agree with that. I mean, if you find yourself near any college in any part of the world that you go, like if there's like a nightlife scene, you'll probably be able to run into a lot of things. So that's pretty cool. But I guess I really don't know how to approach and talk to Korean women. You would say, oh, you should approach them and talk to them like you would any other type of woman, but sometimes you just don't know if they can understand what you're saying. I mean, you don't want to talk like you're slow or anything, or talk like they don't understand English. It just depends on who you're choosing to deal with. But most women that actually go to the universities kind of should know a little bit of English. Not sure if it's great, but they should know a little bit. They do have the right to change the dislike, but it could be somebody that's in the building or somebody that has already left the building. So if the one dislike will stand, I will accept it for what it is. And I thank you for watching it. It's understandable if you hate the topic. We're just having some fun. You know how we do over here. Melissa, I'm glad it wasn't you. I'm glad it wasn't. But again, I understand these particular topics only cater to a certain group of individuals, those that are curious about this particular topic and those that live that lifestyle. Some people aren't going to be too keen on the topic at hand, and I understand it. But again, at the end of the day, we're just here to have some fun. We're just here to chop it up, and we're here to, you know, talk about things as they come to us. Again, we will probably be back on our regularly scheduled programming with the topics that are family friendly and fun. But 9 times out of 10, what ends up happening is the guys tend to shift my focus by asking me random questions, and those random questions have me going on a rant about something totally different than what the topic is about. But normally, as long as I get my monologue out, it's no different than me doing a regular video. It's just the monologues are there, and then I get to talk to you guys. So we'll definitely make sure that we do what we have to do here. Pedro, I do believe that you're probably right. They do like to practice English. You'll be fine. The Tokyo 2020. Oh man, I'm going to Tokyo next year, bro. I'm sorry. I got it. I have got to go to Tokyo next year. That is my life's dream. I'm not going in 2020, but next year in 2019, I've got to go. I can't see myself doing anything else but Tokyo next year. That is what I'm doing. I don't know when I'm gonna do it, but I'm going. And if I don't go there, you can hold my hand to the flame. I will apologize, but that is on my list of things to do for sure. Oh, Wahoo, dude. That is a way to scare anybody. My man Carl, what's going on, man? I missed your comment, man. Good evening to my people in Louisiana. Hey, man, what part of Louisiana are you from? Because I had some people that were down in Bossier City, and then I had some people that I knew in a small town known as uh damn, what's the place called? Come on, Carl. I need some help. There's Bossier City, and then I got some people in God dang it. I am not gonna live until I is it oh Vernon Parish. Is that right? Vernon Parish? Yeah, I got some family out in that way, man. Lafayette. Nah, it was Vernon Parish, I believe, and also I don't know if that's the school district or the area. Vernon Parish, wherever that school district is, and also in whatever Bossier City is. Yeah, in the South. Yeah, man, I got some people out there, man. So shout out to you all the way in Louisiana, man. I've been wanting to go to Mardi Gras forever. I promise you, if I go to Mardi Gras, I'm gonna lose my mind. I mean, I really want to go to Mardi Gras for no reason at all. I just want to go and I just want to have my camera and I just want to record. I bet you none of those videos will make it on YouTube, but I'm just saying if that is on my bucket list, I just want to go to Mardi Gras, hit the record button, and just see what's going on for sure. Oh wow, dude, enjoy the evening, man. Make sure you make sure you do what you do, man. I ain't mad at you. Go find you a nice one tonight. But do me a favor, just make sure you try to go for the ugly one tonight. I know it's crazy for me to say this. Go for the ugly one tonight, Oahu dude. She might not be tainted. She just might have it. She might have it. I hope that this live stream encouraged you to partake in such activities. That's why we do this. It's for fun and for free thinking. And again, if this video is deleted after this particular live stream is up, don't be alarmed. We just moved the content over to Patreon with all my other shit. All right. Fed up. I don't know if anybody's gonna take you out, Carl. I will make sure I bring plenty of those. I will make sure that I bring plenty because I'm there, man. That shit just sounds like too much fun for me. Just pull the camera out, just record. If it's allowed to record, I mean, it shouldn't be a problem, but you just never know. Some people aren't too keen on being recorded, so I have to be careful. But yeah, I'm gonna go out there and lose my damn mind. 010. You said you've never bar fine, but you find it interesting. Uh, it's not encouraged. If you've never done it, if you don't feel like doing it, and it's something that you really don't care to do, don't do it. Please don't. It's not worth it. Because you can find good girls. I shouldn't say good ones, but you can find ones that could cater to your taste anywhere in the Philippines. You can find them universities, like my man said, at the malls. Oh my God, the malls are like gold mines for most people. So just don't worry about doing it. That's what I say. Pedro said, "Up in the stage and go to the carnival. One of the best weeks of my life." I'm telling you, man. Bruh. I'm telling you. I want to find me a place. Like if they got floats and shit that I could just hop on and chill, camera out, beads out. I'm going ham in that bitch. I'm gonna have the time of my life. Mardi Gras is a place where you only live once. That is, I hate that saying so much. People say YOLO all the time. I want to choke the shit out of them because I believe that is it's annoying as hell because people say it all the time. But when it comes to Mardi Gras, you truly only need to experience that one time. And I'm pretty sure your life will change forever after that. So I'm going. I have to go. One day, Mardi Gras is on my list of things to do. Don't care. I said, if my lady want to come with me, she can come. If she want to stay home, she can stay home. But I am making it to Mardi Gras. I am not pro prostitution. I'm just an individual who believes in free thinking. Yeah, you're no. Mike is not pro prostitution. I am so anti prostitution, but I'm not gonna stop a man from wanting to do it if that is what he so rightfully chooses, because that is his right as a citizen of the world. If you want to partake in activities where you feel like you got to spend your money to get love and affection and to get from point A to point B with the ease that you so rightfully deserve, then you're gonna do it. And I am not gonna stand in your way to do it. I don't always recommend it. I would hope that I could convince you guys to take another path, but as a man, you're gonna do what the hell you want to do, spend the money the way you want to spend it, and I will not stop you. I would encourage you to take another alternate route, but I can't stop you from doing what you do. So just enjoy yourself, man. Just enjoy it. Rain Man, I'd pay for it though. Carnival, I'll pay for it. You want to know why? Because like I said, it's one of those experiences that you can only, you should only worry about doing it one time. And as long as you do it one time and you enjoy it, I promise you, you'll never need to go back again. There's this one thing that's happening in Japan. My pop sent me a video on YouTube about it. It happens every year around May. I don't know what it is. I have to scroll back through all of the stuff that he sent me in my Facebook Messenger. But once I find it, I will tell you guys all about it, or I will leave the link somewhere in the next future live streams if you bring it up to me or bring it to my attention. But this shit got a man going crazy because I'm like, this happens in Japan. It's like a Mardi Gras carnival type situation for like Asia or something like that. That shit got me crazy. That shit got me bent out of shape. That shit got me bent out of shape. But I'm all in, man. I'm all in on a lot of shit. Yeah, Rain, man. Oh, sorry, my man. Fed up. You say good girls are everywhere. Just chill on the beach and you'll find a good woman. True that. Rayman says, I went to Mardi Gras twice in college. It was hella fun. I'm telling you, Mardi Gras is just something you gotta experience, man. I'm sorry. It's just there. And just well, like I said, now that I have a channel, something that I actually nurture and care like it's my child, something that I really take pride in, I gotta record. The content that I can keep on without YouTube, banning me because the content is inappropriate, or I'd have to put like a viewership of 18 years or older or some shit on there. If I have to, I will. But that shit right there is just real. Like that's something that every man should, experience in his life. Like stuff like that. I'm not sure exactly. I don't see like stuff like that in the Philippines though, and I know you never will. You probably shouldn't. Um, but like I said, that's what the bar scene is for, and that's what these swimsuit bikini parties are. Like they have an AC, like people be talking about and promoting. That's what that stuff is for too. Carl, I'm all in, man. Those are my two favorite things in the world, Carl. So I'm all in. Good food and some frontals. I am all in for that. You mean the girls in AC won't give you the time of day, or you mean girls period in the mall? Because I've never really had. I mean, you're not gonna score 100% of the time. I'll tell you that, but you should do all right. I'm telling you, fed up. I gotta go to Japan, man. I gotta go. I gotta go back. See, the thing is, when I was in Japan the first time, I was in Okinawa, so I wasn't on mainland. I never went to Tokyo. The whole time I was in Japan, I spent that on the island of Okinawa. Now that I'm grown, I need to go to Tokyo, people. I have got to go to Tokyo. There's nothing I want more in life than to see Tokyo, Japan. Because that's where my brother is, actually. That's the only reason I want to go. So I got family out there, so I've got to go. So that's like I said, y'all guys talk about having fun. I feel like that's my next trip. I was on you, stupid man. I think Asia is pretty much one of the best places on earth. China, Korea, Cambodia, Vietnam, India, places like that. They just provide you with some of the best activities, in my personal opinion, at affordable prices. That's what I'll say. That's what I've noticed. Like the activities that you can enjoy, things that you actually like, you can afford it because the prices are fairly reasonable. Oh, you said that Korea has one of those festivals, man. I'll definitely look that one up. I'll see if there's something on it on YouTube about it that I can get with. My man Zero says some dudes seem to get hooked on bar girls. I've seen an 80-year-old Australian punter on YouTube living in the Philippines. Hmm. Never seen that. Like I said, man, it does depend on your cup of tea. Yeah, okay, Eddie, I see what you're saying now. But at the end of the day, guys, we're just here to have some fun. We're just here to chop it up. I think I'm good to go. Actually, I feel my voice about to go out. But at the end of the day, you know what I do before I leave? I got to make sure I touch everybody in the most inappropriate way humanly possible. So you know what we are about to do. So once you get your shout out, you hear your name, you are free to leave. Uh, and also make sure you put the like up on your way out. All right. My My man Fed Up, I see you. He says women in Asia are much more friendlier. I have noticed that. Maybe not in Korea and Japan, they're the super friendliest ones, but in most places, yeah, I see how you could say that. My man got a name called Small Pants, but I see you. Fed Up, I see you. My man Pedro, the IT. What's going on with your family? Eddie Goodman, always a pleasure to have you in the building, sharing your knowledge and your expertise on the good old AC. My man 010, appreciate you coming through and show us some love. Mr. Berserk, I see you. Kyle Winston, I see you. Eyes on, thank you. John, appreciate you being here. Liz, always a pleasure. Carl, appreciate you coming through, showing love all the way from Louisiana. Andy, I see you, man. Appreciate you being here. Oahu dude, always a pleasure, man. You do drop some knowledge for everybody here in the chat. Melissa, I saw you first time here. Thank you for being here, and I hope that you can catch me on one of my better days when I'm not talking about inappropriate stuff. But thank you for being here. I hope we weren't too out of line. This is probably the worst first video that I would recommend somebody watch. But thank you for being here. Rain Man, I think I got you. I just wanted to make sure I didn't forget you. Anti-Gravity 74. Appreciate you being here, my brother. As always, trying to get the hook up with my with my lady's girlfriend and shit. You crazy, bro. You might get some. If you catch me on a good day, I might hook you up. W.E. Wilson, I see you, family. Appreciate you coming through. Smooth Riffs, always a pleasure, my brother. I see Gogo's sister here. I will show you love as well. I know Gogo was here earlier. David Knopfler, what's going on? Once I give you your shout out, y'all can leave whenever you feel like it, because I'm gonna get to the comments at the end. Doug Smith, if I did not say your name, man, I am so sorry, bro. I must have missed it while I was scrolling through comments. But thank you for being here, man. If this is your first time to the channel, man, welcome yourself. We appreciate you being here. My man MD, as always. If I miss your name, leave it down at the bottom so I can make sure that I give you that shout out. My man Big Kev was here. Hope all is well, man. I hope the surgery went well, and I hope that the recovery is a quick and swift one, man. I don't want you out of action too long. I don't know if you're still with us, but I hope that you caught that, or you may catch it on a rebound. All right. I gotta make sure I hit you all up. Give me a minute. I see a lot of repeats. Heminger, as always, man. You're interesting perspective makes this fun for me because you say some shit that I know you're trying to get me to laugh or throw me off. So I appreciate it. I know Yali World was here too, man. It was good to see you back. It's been a while. Hope that everything is going well for you. Like I said, if I miss your name, leave it down at the bottom. I'll make sure that I shout you out before I cut it out. My man Tino was here. Tino. I saw your comment, but I saw that you were responding to someone else, so I didn't read it. I'm sorry. My man Byron Hall was with us earlier. My man Cam Y, always a pleasure, bro. Let me see who else do I got. Fuck, I can't scroll to the top. But no, my man David was here, and I know I missed a couple. I think my man Tim was here. Tim H. Fuck. If I miss you guys, man, leave it down at the bottom because my thing shut down on me, and I can't. It sucks, guys. I'm sorry. Eyes on, you shouldn't be saying shit like that, man. You might keep that shit to yourself, buddy. That is something that I can't. Gotta keep shit like that to yourself, bro. There you go, Mr. Study. Hey, what's going on, man? All right. Cal Winston, man, you have a good one as always. This stream ain't gonna stay on too long, guys. I'll probably keep it up for a couple of days before I delete it from the channel. So, anybody who wants to listen to the whole damn thing, they possibly can. But after that, go ahead and close it out. Paul Young, man, I see you, man. Appreciate you being here. Eyes on, please be cautious of what you say in my shit, because I don't need to hear nothing about none of that shit. Melissa, always a pleasure, baby. She says, peace out, good Dr. Mike. Can you do a live stream online? Oh, can you do a live stream on online and LDR sometimes? Okay. So the topic of long distance relationships. That seems fun and interesting. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. Melissa, that's also something we could talk about. All right. All right, guys, you make sure you have a good one. All right. And with that being said, I think that we finally got to the bottom of it. Liz, you're right. The trolls are not welcome. Anybody coming in causing problems and trouble to the channel will definitely be booted. That's why I got people with wrenches that handle that shit for me. All right. That's all I will say about that. And with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and close it out. All right. I appreciate all you guys being here. Again, you know how we do with trolls, man. We don't tolerate that shit over here. All right. And with that being said, the good doctor is officially out. At least knuckle. Paalam, which means we are going now. Bye bye. As always, love you guys. Mahal kita. Mabuhay. Peace.